This episode is about the alignment module. It will include how to design the horizontal alignment, how to create and edit complex alignments, and some drawing assist tools. EICAD can generate a root entity from two line entities. The system can automatically calculate and generate the circular curve and clotoid curves by the design standards. Use the line tool to draw multiple line entities. Both continuous and discrete lines are acceptable. And use the Create Root command, or enter the command shortcut PM. Select two lines we just created to generate a root entity. If you want to draw the alignment directly, you can enter the shortcut command PM and enter letter P to draw the root alignment. Click to set the start point, turning point, and end point. Then, click to define the position of the circular curve. With this method, you can draw the root continuously and right-click to finish. All the alignments produced by the default Create Root command only have three elements, which are the first clotoid curve, the circular curve, and the second clotoid curve. EICAD has other alignment design methods for different situations. Under the Root Design tool, we can create a 5-element curve. Compared to a 3-element curve, it adds another set of circular and clotoid curves. We also support the creation of 7-element curves. The operation involves the creation of a default root. You can draw the alignment directly by enter letter P after clicking the commands, which is same with the Create Root command. EICAD also supports switchback curves or oval curves design. When we try to design a root with the Create Root command, it will generate the root across the small radius. If you want to generate a switchback root across the large radius, you can use the 3-element or 5-element switchback curve command under the Root Design tool. When you create a root, there is always a straight line between two curves. If you want to create a S-shaped alignment, you can drag the grips on the curve to erase the line. Or use the Delete Modify Midline command under the Root Design tool. Select the previous or the next clotoid curve, and change the tangent length into 0 in the previous or next tangent length field to delete the line between clotoid curves. If you select the previous curve, you need to modify the next tangent length to change the midline, and the system will move all the alignment's positions before the midline. If you select the next curve, you need to modify the previous tangent length to change the midline, and the system will move all the alignment's positions behind the midline. Those are different methods of creating various types of roots with EICAD. Then I will talk about how to edit alignments. When you select the alignment entity, you can see multiple grips on the alignment. Different grips control the alignment in different ways. This diagram can help us to understand the different control elements. Point BP and EP are located at the start and end points of the alignment. They control the position of the alignment start and end points. Point LM control the position of the straight line. You can click to translate the line without changing the angle. The TS and ST points are used to modify the size of the whole curve. When you drag this point, the alignment will lock the tangent angle, and you can modify the length of the horizontal curve. There are 3 different ways of modification, which will be included later. The SC and CS points are used to control the ratio of the clotoid curves and the circular curve. You can change the length of the clotoid curves and the circular curve by dragging these points. The CM point is used to adjust the circular curve radius and keeps the turn point in tangent line position unchanged. Dragging the CM point to change the circular curve radius, and the clotoid curve's parameter will remain unchanged. Point TP controls the position of the whole horizontal curve. It will change the angle, length, and position of two tangent lines, but keeps the circular curve radius and clotoid curve length unchanged. Lastly, there are two arrows next to the point TP. These arrows are used to change the horizontal curve position, but it can keep one tangent angle unchanged. You can also edit the curve with actual parameters. Double-click any clotoid curves or the circular curve to open the Edit Horizontal Curve window. If your alignment has two or more horizontal curves, you can click the arrow to switch between different curves. Here, you can edit the tangent parameter in numbers. There are three control methods. The first one is proportional scaling, which means locking the scale of the clotoid curves and the circular curve in the middle. When you change the tangent parameters, the parameters of the clotoid curves and the circular curve also change to maintain the scale. The second method is lock radius. It will maintain the circular curve radius unchanged and modify the tangent length by changing the clotoid curves. The third is lock clotoid. It will maintain the clotoid curve length unchanged and modify the tangent length by changing the circular curve. These control methods also influence the control of TS and ST points. The lower half of this window controls the curve parameters. You can change the parameters of the clotoid curves and the radius. The Lock Clotoid box is ticked by default. If you untick the box, you can modify the clotoid curve separately by dragging the SC or CS points. When you move your mouse over these fields, you can see the minimum value of different parameters, controlled by the current road class and design speed. After dragging to modify the horizontal curve's value, parameters will be decimals. You can click the rounding button to quickly round these values. You can also switch the clotoid length into A values. Lastly, you can set the curve in arch by clicking the arch button. The system will remove the circular curve and connect the first and second clotoid curves. Please note, the Edit Horizontal Curve window only pop up when you double-click the clotoid and circular curves. Double-click the straight lines or alignment labels. The Edit Alignment window will be opened. Here, you can enter the name of the road. Set the route class, design speed, and max super elevation value. It is important because these values influence the built-in standards and cross-section templates. Below that, the Show Labels box controls whether to display the alignment labels or not. You can set the text font, size, and the station number prefix. On the right side of these fields, you can set different labels separately in detail, such as label position, text orientation, sizes, and contents. You can use the default settings if there is no special requirement for alignment labels. You can switch the grips display between alignments and labels. The alignment grips are selected by default. You can drag grips to change the alignment. If you tick the label grips, the grips will move to the labels. You can change the label shape and position by dragging these grips. After editing the alignment, click OK. The system will say the current route is not found in the project folder. Do you want to create a new route? Click Yes to create a route folder. When you open the project folder, you can find a folder with the route name. There is an EPM file in the route folder. It is the alignment data file. You can drag the file to import the alignment in EICAD. To create the exact same route again. In this tutorial, to see the alignment, grips, and labels clearly, all the alignments are drawn on the blank background. But when we design the alignment, they should be drawn on the terrain entity, so we can design based on the landscape. In the Edit Alignment window, tick the Related Terrain box, and click the mouse icon to link the alignment with the terrain entity. It is important because the creation of the road profile and road model need the terrain data to generate. This episode included the basic operations of how to design horizontal alignments with EICAD. The next tutorial will talk about the longitudinal profile design.